All right, if you're an ambitious clinic owner or aesthetic doctor, listen up. This here is your playbook for turning retail from just a little side note into a serious powerhouse for your business. So let's just dive right in. So let's just start with a really big question, okay? Is your clinic right now completely ignoring its most profitable pillar? I mean, think about it. So many practices focus almost exclusively on their services. But in doing that, they're leaving a massive amount of money and, just as importantly, patient loyalty right there on the table. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of a huge mindset shift that needs to happen. It's not just some commercial add-on. Nope. It's about extending the clinical care you already provide. It's about making sure your patients get the absolute best long-term results from the treatments you're giving them. Okay, let's talk hard numbers for a second, because this is where it gets really interesting. The margins on your clinical services, well, they're getting squeezed. They're compressed by really high labor costs. We're talking 45 to 60% of your revenue just gone. Retail, on the other hand, whoa, we're talking significantly higher margins. So the takeaway here is crystal clear. Embracing retail is a financial necessity for a healthy, thriving practice. And this number, 56%, it just illustrates the potential perfectly. I mean, a typical cosmetic product can have a gross margin of 56%. So imagine this. You sell a cream for, say, 79 euros that costs you just 35 to buy. That difference? That's pure, high-margin profit that goes directly into supporting the growth of your clinic. It's a no-brainer. So how do you actually capture that potential? Well, we've broken it down into a super simple 5-step roadmap. First, we're going to tackle that critical mindset shift. Then we'll get into building a strategic plan, choosing your products, mastering your inventory, and finally, measuring what really, truly matters. Okay, first up, the mindset shift. This is all about moving retail from something you do on the side, an afterthought, to being a core part of the service you offer. I want you to think about it this way. Offering the right products isn't just about sales. It's a professional responsibility. It enhances patient satisfaction, and believe me, it reinforces your clinic's brand as the authority. The analogy here is just so powerful. Not recommending a home care solution is like a doctor doing a checkup and then just withholding the prescription, right? Your team has to see this. It's not selling. It's completing the circle of care for your patient. All right, next up, let's build your strategic blueprint for profitability. Because let's be real, success in retail doesn't just happen by accident. It takes a clear, formal plan. And really, the whole planning process, it just boils down to 3 essential questions. Number 1, diagnosis. Where are you right now with retail? Be honest. Number 2, vision. Where do you want to be in a year? And number 3, the action plan. What are the actual concrete steps you're going to take to get there? And a really critical part of that plan is coherence. Everything has to line up. So if your clinic is built on, say, scientifically proven treatments, then your retail products have to reflect that. You can't be selling some trendy, unproven stuff on the side. It just sends a confusing message and totally undermines your brand's integrity. Everything has to be in alignment. Okay, now for the really fun part, building out your product arsenal. This is all about strategic purchasing and pricing to maximize both patient happiness and your profits. A fantastic approach, and one I really recommend, is the good, better, best strategy. It's simple. By offering products at 3 different price points, you've got your accessible entry-level, your superior mid-range, and your exclusive top tier, you can cater to literally every type of client. This way, you never miss a sale just because of the price tag. And remember this, you're not just looking for suppliers, you are looking for strategic partners. What's the difference? A true partner is going to support you with product training for your team, marketing materials, and flexible policies that help you manage inventory. Trust me, that kind of support is worth so much more than a slightly lower cost per unit. Okay, next up, let's talk about mastering your inventory flow. Now, this doesn't sound glamorous, I know, but it's not just about logistics. It's about efficiently turning the products sitting on your shelves into cold, hard cash in your bank account. A key metric you have to know is inventory turnover. All it measures is how many times you sell and replace your entire inventory over a certain period. So what's a good number? Well, the benchmark for a healthy retail business is 3 to 4 rotations a year. So the question is, are you hitting that number? Now, this chart illustrates a crucial principle you've probably heard of, The 80-20 rule, or the retail power law. Basically, it shows that a tiny fraction of your products, your top 20%, is probably generating the vast majority of your sales. The lesson here is simple. You need to identify these bestsellers, find them, and then make absolutely sure they are always in stock and featured right up front. And here's why managing that flow is so incredibly urgent. The longer a product just sits there on your shelf, the less likely it is to sell for full price. Look at this. After 90 days, there's only a 10% chance. That's crazy. The key here is to be proactive with any stock that's moving slowly. Don't just let it become dead weight in your clinic. Finally, let's pull this all together by measuring what truly matters. You know the saying, you can't manage what you don't measure. So let's build out your clinic's own retail dashboard. Look, a single metric just isn't going to cut it. You need a combination of key performance indicators. So, sales per ticket, that tells you how effective your team is. Cost of sales reveals your true profitability. We've already talked about inventory turnover. And then there's sales per square meter. This one's great. It helps you optimize your clinic's layout. You put them all together, and that's when you get the complete, honest picture of your retail health. So, as we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with a question, and I want you to really think about it. After everything we've covered, from shifting your mindset to digging into the metrics, what is the one single action you're going to commit to taking this week to finally unlock the retail potential sitting inside your clinic? Do it. Your bottom line will definitely thank you for it.